Hi guys, welcome back to Beamer & Son Garage. We bench bled this master cylinder on the car, and then we went ahead and we used the stick, and we pushed the pedal down for the last time in an inward position, and then we used the stick up against the seat, and then we hooked the lines up. So then when we hooked the lines up and we released that stick, that pedal then went up and then sucked the air that was in those lines back into the master cylinder, okay? Then we opened the two lines, went back inside, pushed the pedal back down with a stick, wedged it up against the seat, held it there by wedging it against the seat, and then we came back out and we tightened those two lines up. So we did the Mike Willis way, and let's see if it paid off. Yep. It's hard. Got a hard pedal. So, yep. The Mach fixed. Now we got to put one of those cotter pins in to hold the brake rod from, walking off or maybe knocking off the brake light switch. It's definitely not going to come off there. We found the clip that was in it. Apparently it was lost from the last time, and this is what was in it. It was a piece of cotter pin that I had shoehorned in there from the last time, and of course it was junk, so we'll have to use one of them cotter pins. But the master cylinder's on. We got a pedal. The Mach just keeps getting better and better and better, guys, all the time. Loving it. One master cylinder installed, one master cylinder bench bled on the car properly, the Mike Willis way. Good old Mike Willis, love him. He's one of the blue skies. He passed on. We lost him, but he was really an excellent mechanic. He was really a good mechanic. Just not a good people person, but really good mechanic. And learned a lot from him, and so we went ahead and just used his old trick on this because we was worried about, this master cylinder has been off for so many days, and those lines took there and trickled brake fluid out onto the ground, and meanwhile, there's air in there. So we went ahead and did the Mike Willis trick to it, sucked all the air out, and pushed it back out with the stick, and opened the bleeder, opened the lines back up, getting the air out. So seems like it's working really good. We're pretty happy with it. So one master cylinder installed, bench bled on the car, done. In the record books, guys. So we win. Yes! My son spent $57 on the Gold Girl, and $57 well spent, son. Dad's got a hell of a brake pedal, and now I feel a little bit more confident with a brand new freshy master cylinder, we like to call it. That's a freshie. So we're going to make these people that said we're not going to drive this car eat them words. That's for sure. Now, I've had a lot of people ask why this hood's kicked up in the back. And there's a reason for it. It has to be elevated, in my mind anyways, for air coming in, and then it hits the firewall, it's got nowhere to go. So Trans Am racing, and this car was used for a lot of racing on the street, in a straight line, and also some back roads. So the air comes in, instead of air building up inside, it's released right here by raising the hood up. That's Carroll Shelby's Trans Am racing. That's what Carroll did to his cars. He kicked the hoods up on the back up. Now that one's kicked up a little bit more than that side, and I never really messed with it that much because I know it was kicked up. Air's getting out, so that's how we did it. That's how we did it those days. So it's not really. It's still kicked up, so air's still escaping. It's just not kicked up as like it is over there. And we may fix that. We may put that down. Matter just loosen up some hinges and set that down. We may do that. So, and it did take a lot of tools, guys. I mean, it took a combination of 3 wrenches, right there, 1/2 inch, 9/16, and 5/8. That was all the wrenches I needed. Ratchet, long extension, 6 inch. and then a 9/16 3/8 drive deep well socket, and of course a flathead screwdriver to pop the cap off and on, and then some brake fluid. And we probably used about a half a quart, and that whole ordeal there, bench bleeding that, so it was worth it, guys. It was, it's peace of mind that it's not going to fail with a Freshie master cylinder. I mean, it still can. I mean, you can put a brand new part on, a brand new part can fail, guys. But at least with a Freshie master cylinder on it, we've done everything we can to ensure our safety and other people around us. I'm just dropping wrenches down. It's just like that on camera. So we win again, guys. Here it is. Beamer's Gun Garage installs a master cylinder professionally, the way I was taught by one of the greatest mechanics to ever live, Mike Willis. Rest your soul, Mike. Bless you and your family. Done. So Joe Toledo and the rest of you that are, the naysayers and the haters out there, you can't keep a good man down. You can't do it. I got a bad knee, my wrist, my hands. I mean, I'm beat up. I feel like I've been through a couple wars. I have in my life, but I'm still out here chucking away. We got it done. We got it together. To Freshie master cylinder on it. This car has been on a transformation for the last couple of years. It just didn't start today. It started back on the channel when I decided that I wanted to drive this car again. And it started with a fuel sending unit. Then it went to the fuel pump. Then it went to, of course, before that it was the radiator, the distributor. And then it just carried on and on and on. The carburetor, now the master cylinder, tires. We could just go on and on and on here. And you guys seen it over the last 2 or 3 years, last 3 years or so since we got on this car. We've done a little here, a little there, and we've come a long way with her. So the old girl's looking up. The old Machster. My Machster, my 69 Mach 1, I've had people say, well, how'd you get all these cars? Well, they just didn't drop here overnight. I've been collecting cars for some 40 years. It was just didn't buy them yesterday. I've had this car for probably close to 40 years. Since around 82. And it's 2023 now. So yeah, I've had this car for 41 years now. So it's just not like it's something I just, I just got, I've had these cars for years and years and years. And I tried to explain to some people, they're not going anywhere. They're not going to rust out. They're not going to rust to the ground. Anything that I find that's rusted, I repair it. Just like this Mach 1. There's all kinds of patches and repairs underneath the cars. It's had new floors, new frame rails. I patched up the torque boxes. The shock towers have been rebuilt and patched up. I go on and on and on. The repair has been done to this car. And there's other ones here too. There's a 65 red Mustang that the lower control arm rotted off. And so we decided to fix it because Mr. Mustang in Dayton said, you can't fix that. Oh, yeah, it's the wrong thing to say to me. Now I got to fix it. So, yeah, that was before we had the YouTube channel. We labored out here on the side of the garage over here for days and days welding the control arms. So they would have a place to, weld back or bolt back up to because they were rotted out at the bottom. Yes, it should have had shock towers. Yes, it probably will someday. But right now, the car runs, drives, moves, and does need some brake work done. A red 65 Mustang. We're going to get back to that too. We got a lot of cars to work on here. So we're just getting on, just getting back at it. And then Mach 1 is, brakes are done. So I do want to check that main line that goes from the front all the way to the back. I'm going to have to do that before we really do any serious driving with it. Once we get that done, then we're ready to start driving it around here some, I noticed that tire is low again, so we definitely got a tire issue. Probably go see our friend Lauren, my buddy Lauren from Bethel Tire, see if he can't fix that tire for me because it keeps going flat. Can't stand that. Hate that when my tire goes flat. Yeah, it's low. Not that one, it's the other one. Driver's side. My son put air in it the other day, and it looks like it's down. Yeah, it's down. Oh yeah, it's definitely, it's got a leak. It would figure, but I got friends. I could fix it myself, but I got friends. So, check out my friends Access Auto Parts and Scott Speed Shop, guys. See what they're doing. Check out my buddies. And we'll see you in the next Beer and Sun Garage. And we got a tire that's low, but that's all right. We'll fix it. She just keeps getting better and better every time. Loving every minute of it. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you, son, for buying Dad the master cylinder. Bye-bye, everybody. I want to get to this car and this car. Oh, jeez. I got so many cars to work on. All these over here on the back line here. On this side line here next to the, on the other side of the Mach. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of them to work on. Yeah. We're going to be here for a while. Come back and see us in the next one. Bye-bye. You'll see what we do next time. Bye-bye.